Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. For your safety, please be alert as soccer balls may leave the field and enter the spectator area. Our ushers and security staff on duty tonight have been asked to enforce the following rules, and the Lancers ask for your cooperation. There will be no standing in the aisles of the arena or any area that will obstruct spectators' view of the game while the game is in progress. Now, this is a smoke-free and a vape-free facility. Any issues, please report to a Lancers staff member to guide you. There is a medic office. It's located in the main entrance lobby. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ide Family Field here at the new Dome Arena. Indoor soccer is back and Lancer Mania is running wild. Tonight's game is featuring the Baltimore Blast and your 2020 Rochester Lancers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're asking all Salvatore's owners to please report to the field entrance immediately. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your 2020 Lancer Dancers. Their captains are Callista and Kayla. The team members are Megan, Elise, Cameron, Rachel C., Rachel V., and Rachel W. And your 2020 Lancer Dancers are coached by Carrie Miller, and they're brought to you by Glacier Ridge Sports Park and Glow Sunless Tanning. And now please welcome to the field, here he comes. He is the one and only Lancer Louie. And now it's time for tonight's special groups brought to you by Donuts Delight. To join the Lancer Dancers and Lancer Louie are the Rochester Lancers Youth Academy, the Churchville Cheetahs, Cleveland Force Soccer Academy, and Quinton's Birthday Party. And now here are the officials for tonight's game. They are Stephen Montanino, Austin Saini, Chris Grabas, Dave Wolgast, and Ryan Campoli. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting six for the Baltimore Blast. They are led by their goalkeeper, number 0, William Vanzella. Midfielder, number 11, Tony Donatelli. Defender, number 12, Adriano Dos Santos. Forward, number 17, Jamie Thomas. Midfielder, number 23, Jonatas Mello. And forward, number 28, Vinny Dantas. The head coach of the Baltimore Blast is former Rochester Rhino Danny Kelly. He's assisted by David Bascom. The athletic trainer is Heather Colbus. Ladies and gentlemen, the Baltimore Blast. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's an announcement from Lancers TV host Joe Giuliano and the Mohican Warrior.
Thank you, Rocky. Joe Giuliano, Elliot Fauski, the Mohican Warrior, on the call for tonight's game between the Rochester Lancers and the Baltimore Blast. Warrior, welcome to the broadcast. For Rochester, the word around town has been trust the process. Last night for the Lancers, we saw some steps in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. For a completely new team, only two guys have played in the MASL 1 ever. They are really making strides. They've put some quarters together that look fantastic, but they have yet to put together a full game.
And for tonight's opponent, the Baltimore Blast, they come in with a record of 2-4, but at the end of the day, Baltimore is still Baltimore.
Yeah, you can drop some games here and there, especially earlier in the season. It's a long season. In Baltimore, you know they're not that concerned about it. They just have to right the ship, and they're coming in here to get a W, so we got to put the brakes on them.
And you're all spiked up, ready to go, my friend.
Got to.
All right, good luck. Enjoy the game.
Thank you.
All right, Lancers and Blast coming up next, right here on the Lancers Broadcast Network. Thank you, Rocky. Joe Giuliano, Elliot.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to give to you the man who is the soul of soccer. Ladies and gentlemen, Soccer Sam.
Test. Oh, there we go.
Hello, Rochester. Thank you so much for being out here. Holiday weekend, back-to-back games.
You guys are truly amazing. I saw a lot of the same faces from last night. This is the Ide family field. The Ide family of dealerships has made this all possible tonight. Before I introduce your 2020 Rochester Lancers, please welcome to tonight's celebrity captain. He's Rochester's most sought-out live musician. He will be performing tonight our national anthem. Let's hear it for Travis Fitch. You know, we wouldn't be here tonight without the support of these amazing sponsors. All of them are around the field. You see their signs. We ask you to support them. And tonight's captain is a great supporter of your Rochester Lancers. They sponsor our t-shirt toss during tonight's game, provide Aquafina water and Gatorade for our away trips and home games. Our 2020 Lancers celebrity captain, sponsor captain, is from Pepsi, Miss Melissa McCormick. Melissa coming on out with her family. Thank you so much, Melissa, for all you do for the Rochester Lancers. All right, tonight we have some special honorary captains. Those of you that have followed soccer in Rochester since the early Rhinos, remember this brand. It's called Salvatore's Pizza. And these are the guys that make it all happen. These are the guys that work day and night to make it happen. Please welcome tonight's honorary captains, the franchisees of Salvatore's. They own their own stores. Greg Houghton from Penfield, New York. Mikey Parada from Monroe, Honey Island Falls, Victor, and one more star. Fairport, New York, Mikey Parada. He is my cousin. Cousin Ray Loray started with us when he was 8 years old. Cousin Ray Loray from Eastridge and the famous Garage Door. You heard of Donuts Delight? Custom logo donuts. This man make it all happen. His name is Nick Samaro. Representing Palmer Foods, our main man that keeps us rocking and rolling from Palmer's, Mr. Mike Malley. And accompanying my son is his mom. Please welcome the president of Salvatore's Pizza, my son Silvio Fantuzzo with his mommy. He doesn't go anywhere without her. Guys, on behalf of soccer in Rochester, honestly, all the hard work you guys do and what we give back to the community is special between Camp Good Days and Special Times, Breast Cancer Coalition. You guys work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Thank you so much for what you do and giving back to soccer. Let's hear it for the Salvatore Pizza owners. And now our medical staff. He's the Rhinos and Lancers legend, our head trainer, Mr. Dave DiPasquale. Our PA, former Lancer player, Mr. Kyle Mansick. And our team chiropractor, Jose Belsaika. And now our assistant coaches, they're both Rochester soccer icons, Mr. Adam Schwartz and Mr. John Berardi-Curdy. And now your head coach. He's the living legend of Rhino soccer and Lancer soccer. Please welcome our head coach, Mr. Doug Miller. Okay, DJ Keo, I need some music, man. I got to bring these boys out. Our 2020 Lancers, first of all, goalkeeper number 00 from Hilton, New York, Mr. Brian Wilkin. Goalkeeper number 35 from Applause, New York, Christian Esposito. Number 2 from Brazil, Rafa Godoy. He is the pride and joy of Buffalo, New York. On his last number 4 tour before retirement, Mr. Gary Moten. All the way from Ukraine, Bogdan Yatishin. From Spencerport, New York, Dan Rieger. From Nottingham, England, YouTube sensation, Captain Michael Cunningham. He is known as the Red Mamba. From Webster, New York, our captain, Anthony Rosano. His dad was an original Flash player. He now wears number 13 from Churchville, New York, Frankie Siliberto. Number 14 from Rochester, New York, Alex Harling. He comes from Ukraine. He is known as Andre the Giant Dimitres. From Cleveland, Ohio, please welcome Brian Wolnitzky. From Pittsburgh, New York, our leading scorer, Mr. Matt D'Amico. He scored the fastest goal in indoor Lancer history. Please welcome J.O. Jeremy Ortiz. Number 27 from Peru, Diego the Explorer Mayanga. And number 31, all the way from Brighton, New York, Jeremy Lanco. Back to you, Rocky.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem, this evening being performed by Travis Fitch.
Oh, say can the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to actually have you turn that way.
Good evening and welcome to the Dome Arena. Joe Giuliano and the Mohican Warrior. It is the fourth home game of the season for the Rochester Lancers as they take on the 10-time champion Baltimore Blast. Warrior, welcome the 0-5 Lancers against the 2-4 Baltimore Blast.
Yeah, here we go. Night number 2. The Lancers came out last night playing Harrisburg. Had a strong showing through parts of the game, but ended up coming up real short in the third quarter. That really cost them the game. So now,
go ahead.
yes, now you got to turn around and take it right to Baltimore immediately.
Lancers looking for that elusive first win of the year. Baltimore coming in losers of their last 3, so they'll be looking desperately for a win. Both these teams desperately looking for a win and to work their way up into the Eastern Conference standings. Honorary kickoffs taking place at midfield here at the Dome Arena. And before we get underway, your officials for tonight's match: Steve Montanino, Austin Saney, Chris Grabus, and Steve Walgast. You can see in our picture there, John Savaglia will be joining us during the broadcast. He is one of the Lancers goalkeepers who is out with an injury, and he will chime in tonight with his soccer expertise. As Baltimore wearing the all-white this evening, the Lancers in the all-blue with the gold socks. As the pregame field is being cleared off and both teams getting ready to do battle. These two teams last played in the regular season in March 2015, a Baltimore Blast 25-23 win here in Rochester, but that was at the old home, the Dome Arena. Now we're at the quaint, cozy Dome Arena here just outside the city.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. I was playing at that point, right, the last year before the Lancers came back into M2 last year, and it was a good rivalry. Over the years, we got better and better. It was similar. We started out as a bunch of rookies when the Lancers first opened, and now in the rebirth of the Lancers, it's rookies 2.0. So we're trying to build up again. We cannot let the Blast get comfortable. Right off the bat, we have to be in their face and try to make it a dogfight.
Gets us underway. Baltimore going from left to right. This one kept in play. Ortiz to Rosano. Long ball downfield, and no trouble there for William Vanzella, 34-year-old, making his 6th appearance of the year. Here's Vinny Dantas. Leaves it for Dos Santos. Off the boards in front. Cleared away by J.O. Here's Gary Boughton. Knocked off the ball. Picked up by Mello. Back to Vanzella. Onto the near side now, Tony Donatelli. Back to William Vanzella. Blast with some possession here early on. Donatelli, the veteran. He has been around for a bit, 35 years old. 14th year of professional soccer for Tony. And the Lancers come on the break. Rosano to his left. The shot off the boards, back in front. Unable to pull the trigger there was D'Amico. And he'll be called for the shove along the near side boards.
Yeah, he's got to get his body positioning around him. He made it really easy for him to go down there. That's all you got to do with that pressure from the back. May have milked it a little bit, but you got to have the discipline to get around his front side.
Shot is driven into the two-man wall. Lancers pick up possession. Rafa Godoy was shot out of a cannon last night. We'll see if he continues with that pace this evening.
Yeah, no lack of intensity from him.
He's on the far side for Dos Santos. High pressure early on from the Lancers. Baltimore will come forward now. Rally. Mello. Outside for Dos Santos. Still Mello, left foot across. Nice block there. Rieger, very good anticipation last night. And the same thing here on the start tonight. Heavy touch here. Vanzella's going to have to hurry. He's pressured. Shot, he's off his line. And diving to his right, just gets a hand on it. Keep it out of the Baltimore goal. There's Dos Santos. Pereira back to Dos Santos. Vinny Dantas backing in, looking, lays it off. The shot, good block from Rosano as this comes up and into the second level of seating here at the Dome Arena. 12:41 left and we are scoreless. It's the Lancers and the Blast doing it once again. Good ball in front, top of the box, no one there but the Lancers. D'Amico. They'll relieve some pressure and the Lancers will make some changes. Another big target man tonight for the Lancers, Jeremy Ortiz to deal with. Last night it was Gibson from Harrisburg, and tonight, Vinny Dantas. He's got 10 goals, 3 assists on the season.
It's a lot of production out of him in 6 games. Definitely got to keep your eye on him. Big body, but very skilled.
It's early possession, all from Baltimore. Dantas leaving it, shot through the mix onto the near sideline. Kyle for the Lancers. The veteran, 34-year-old, loses possession in front. Shot is wide. Lancers under all sorts of pressure here. We'll see if they can get some possession of their own. John, you were talking earlier about Vanzella's threat coming out of the back as a keeper.
Yeah, he's a very good keeper with his feet. Very capable once he gets across that yellow line there to play it in deep, and that seems to be what Baltimore looks for. So if the Lancers are able to keep him from coming over that line, I think they'll be in good shape.
Low shot through the mix. Wilkin watches it sail wide, but in indoor it does not stop. We continue playing with Donatelli, the captain, the veteran.
I think it was Ortiz who got that redirection, which saved the tapping on the back post.
Lancers on the breakout, 2-on-2. It's Boughton, a little too much for him. And Vanzella, as John mentioned, quick to come off his line. Here's the big smooth. Former Lancer, former Rhino, with a bit of a neck injury, but having a few shifts here. Here's Hoxie.
Yeah, doctors had told him years ago that his mustache might be a health issue, and it's thrown his neck out. It's just too weighty. He would have to balance that out with a heavy mullet, or else it's just going to bring his head forward too much.
And his shift comes to an end with the kind words from the Mohican Warrior. Here's Vanzella. And for those of you watching on MASL TV and back in Baltimore, only words of love. 2 great friends, Andrew Hoxie and Elliot Fauski. Rosano's dumped behind the play. Referee held on just for a second. But Rosano, who leads the league in fouls with 15, he is dumped that time. Or was D'Amico, sorry, was dumped, played it forward to Rosano.
Little confusion there for the Lancers. You only have a short amount of time to reset and take that kick. Once the referee said it, Lancers had no one on that ball because somebody was making a change.
Wilkin under pressure for Brian Wilkin. His 3rd appearance of the season, the 21-year-old just graduated from college. Played at local Nazareth College. There's Mayanga. What a game he had last night. Picked up a great goal and an assist as well. Good ball forward for Harling. Now Diego Mayanga. Near side, the Red Mambo leaves it for Harling. Little possession here, and it's given away by Lancao. Lancers now coming up against the counterattack. Across. Just couldn't get it to sit still. Pulls it back to the left. The shot blocked. Another shot was wide. And Daye just couldn't get that one to settle. Had a good look at the goal. Played back to Lancao. And that is up and into the seats. 8:53 left. First quarter, Lancers and Blast are scoreless. Baltimore coming into this one after a 5-4 loss in Orlando. Donatelli had a goal and an assist. Rochester coming off a 10-5 loss last night. Most goals they've scored in a game this season, though, so things slowly coming together as the Lancers breaking forward with D'Amico. Still D'Amico, a little shove from behind. Baltimore's got numbers back. Dantas. Little shove gets Godoy out of the way, but Rieger again. Good positioning. Keeps it for the Lancers. There's Wilkin right down the middle. Ortiz is there. This one's way off the mark. Jeremy Ortiz, a former member of the Baltimore Blast, 2015 and 16.
Yeah, he made a cameo down there, picked up a championship and left. Did pretty well for himself. He went and played some outdoor in Australia. Spent a year down in Australia playing after he played at the Blast.
Ortiz and Boughton, the few players with some indoor experience, as the Lancers going 99% local. And it's going to be a process, as Sam has mentioned, throughout this jump back into the MASL's top level. But right now it's all Baltimore with possession. Pereira to Raleigh to Adrian Dos Santos, the 32-year-old, his 10th season of indoor soccer. The Brazilian had 23 points last season. Gets it back. Good ball in front off the boards. And a little toe poke on the homecoming. Neck injury or not, the Big Smooth has Baltimore on the board at 7:34 of the first quarter. Yeah. Baltimore 1, Rochester nothing. This is the Lancers Broadcast Network. Well, Hoxie set the table. Dos Santos got the ball again, and Hoxie just found himself in the right spot.
Man, he's a goal scorer. You know, whether it's flashy or not, he has some astounding goals, but he's just a guy who finds himself in the right positions, even with his stiff neck. You know, he looks like a large, unprepossessing Russian doll out there, but he was still able to poke one home. 1-0 for the Blast.
Dos Santos' 5th assist of the season for the Big Smooth. That's his 3rd goal of the year. And then his return to Rochester, Hoxie, the Big Smooth, Foxy Hoxie, whatever you want to call him, has put another one in against his old team, the Rochester Lancers. Official timeout now as we're looking at the smile cam. Rochester wants to keep this one close. They don't want to let this one stretch out too much. As Baltimore again looking for a way to come back to their winning ways. .7:13 on the clock. Baltimore leads Rochester 1-0 at the Dome Arena. Andrew Hoxie with the goal. Dos Santos with the assist. And it'll be a restart at midfield for the Lancers. Rochester's had their struggles in the regular season historically against Baltimore. The Blast lead the regular season series 18 games to none.
Yeah, that is an unclose record.
Oh, a little hesitation here. We'll do it again.
Communication breakdown, a whole lot of eager.
Ortiz, this one's headed away. Little back heel from the Blast. No connection there. Powerful header from Donatelli, but it's pushed back into the Blast half. D'Amico battling with Diesel. And Diesel just barrels through.
Yeah, one of the biggest things Lancers
Good
will
ball.
have to do.
Oh, and a
my
good
goodness.
goal. And Ndiaye may have hit the boards on that finish.
I think it was body contact.
His fourth
Right.
of the year.
So if you see we're failing to trail our runner, this has just been a consistent Achilles heel for the Lancers. Defensively, just simply tracking runners will cut out just about half the goals we've been scored on. And offensively, composure is so key for us. When we slow the ball up, we do all right. But when you transfer a lot of outdoor players to the indoor game, you get half an opportunity. It feels like a great opportunity in outdoor. In indoor, you always have half an opportunity to attack. And if you take it every time, there's a high propensity that you're just going to give the ball away.
That goal came at 8:19. Ndiaye, his fourth of the year from Diesel. And Diesel started that whole play on the far side, just blasting through challenges, work it forward, and then played it back across. Good work there from Diesel, who at one point retired from the game to become a firefighter in the city of Baltimore, then decided to come back and play for the Blast. Still active as a volunteer firefighter, though, in the city of Baltimore. Dos Santos. And the Blast with possession again. Rally. Rally out of the University of Maryland. Good step there from Rieger. Gets it away from Dantas. There's Dos Santos. Now Pereira. Near side, Vinny Dantas. Dos Santos. Rally. Off the boards in front. Lancers win possession, but the high pressure from Baltimore causing all sorts of trouble. And they're going to win a free kick here along the near side boards. Melo's over to take it. The Brazilian joined Baltimore back in 2014, plays it short across to a fellow Brazilian in Dos Santos. Rally. Melo. In front shot. And guess who's there again? Mr. Mustache, the big smooth.
Smooth. Again, you can see how his head's falling forward. It's affecting his balance because his mustache is too heavy. I don't know what their coach is thinking, letting him keep that, but
Hey, he
do
just
what you
scored.
must. Or his wife, for heaven's sake. What a trooper she must be.
We love you, Hawks. All in good fun, my friend. Lancers looking to have some fun here. Godoy can't pull the trigger. And here is Hoxie. Donatelli. Back to Diesel. He'll play it to Mello. There's Dos Santos. Wyatt's just patient, working it around, always finding that open man. Oh, mixed up in front. And that may be an own goal. Tough to tell. It was Pereira who sent it across.
Yeah, excellent individual effort from Pereira. Great change of pace and just an absolutely dangerous ball. Just whipped it low across the mouth of the goal.
I believe that's off of Lancao.
I think you may be right.
10:35 time of the goal. If they give it to Pereira, it is for Pereira. Dos Santos gets the assist, his sixth of the year. For Dos Santos, he's picked up 2 assists on the evening already. It is 3-0 Baltimore. And they're coming forward looking for more. Mello in front, shot, another goal.
Man, you can see it coming. It's the marking. We just do not have body type marking. In indoor, you can't give a guy half a step, particularly on Baltimore.
Jamie Thomas with the goal there at 10:53, 18 seconds after the Pereira goal. And the assist will go to Pereira. So Pereira's got a goal and an assist. Thomas is third of the year. And the Lancers in all sorts of trouble here, trailing 4-0, giving up 2 goals in 18 seconds. Can they create some magic of their own?
Yeah, Rochester, they have mounted some attack, but you just see that final pass, that final finish, the composure just isn't quite there.
Clock has stopped. We'll get the official time here in just a moment. 4:07 is where it's stuck at. We're well below 3 minutes in this quarter. Baltimore all over Rochester, 4-0. Hoxie and DA, Pereira and Thomas with the goals. And again, Baltimore, you knew they'd be hungry. 3 straight losses, a tough one in the final seconds last week at Orlando. And they're looking to battle here tonight. Peruzzi. NDA. Mello. Near side, Dos Santos. Doesn't get a clean look first shot, but keeps possession to Dantas. It is all Baltimore, just keeping the ball, knocking it around, looking for the openings. Their experience showing through here. Vinny Dantas, the shot and a goal! His 11th of the season to make it 5-0. 11:59 for Dantas, his 11th of the year. Pereira will get another assist. He seems to be in the middle of everything, his 8th of the year.
Yeah, you can see it on the face of the Lancers. This is a turning point. You know, it's very demoralizing. 5 goals in 12 minutes to start the game.
Check that.
Immediately
Mello.
put on your heels.
Mello gets the assist. Sorry, Pereira, giving you a little too much there. So it's Mello to Dantas. Lancers trailing 5-0. 4th assist of the year for Mello. And player down for the Blast.
So Hoxie took a shove and landed with a little bit of whiplash, which that may do it for him for the night. He looks to be in quite a bit of pain.
Oh, yeah. To be honest, after the description of the injury I heard that he had, I'm surprised he even took a shift.
Yeah, I tried to get him not to play for his and our good.
So kind.
Yeah. Well, he swung by our room. We're staying in the same hotel, and we were catching up, and, I mean, it hurt him to laugh, you know. Good thing he's not funny, but you can imagine if he were.
Can the Lancers slow down this Baltimore Blast explosion? Diesel. No one there in the corner but Mayanga for the Lancers. He's pressured by NDA. A little too much there from NDA on Diego Mayanga. And the Lancers will come out with a restart to the far side. Siliberto. Played back to William Van Zella. Through ball. Threads the needle. Almost found the foot of Donatelli, but quickly coming back to help out and clear up his Demidev. Diesel. Well, John, you and I talked. The dimensions of the field for some teams coming in, it took them a little bit of a quarter or two to get used to the size of the field here, but Baltimore comes from an arena with a small field as well.
Right, and sometimes that gives us the good home field advantage when we play other teams with a normal size field. Here, we don't really have that. Baltimore's maybe a little bit smaller than ours, but at the same time, they can put in the same tactics that they would be playing at home.
Baltimore announced in 2017 they would move from the Royal Farms Arena back to Towson University's SECU Arena. With a, as we mentioned, smaller field. Ortiz with the steal. Lancers can hurry with Rosano. Ortiz, the shot. Vanzella makes himself big to deny the Lancers.
Manziel did really well to cut the angle, even coming out of his box to block it with his body. That was very well done.
Textbook. Harling's shot is blocked. Dos Santos. Ortiz steps in. Final 16 seconds. A little lull there. I'm not sure why Dos Santos stopped, but Lancers kept playing.
Yeah, he wasn't aware of Harling behind him. He thought he had more time than he did. He's also on the tail end of a long shift, so when you're fatigued, it's hard to make that quick decision.
All right, after 1 quarter of play, Baltimore in complete control. 5-0 over Rochester. This is the Lancers Broadcast Network. Well, guys, Hoxie, Ndie, Pereira, Thomas, and Vinny Dantas. We were wondering if Baltimore was going to come out and be a little sluggish with 3 losses in a row, and I guess they answered our question, didn't they?
Yeah, it didn't look particularly sluggish, scoring 5 goals in the first quarter and allowing 0. But I would say the Lancers did create attacks. We just have to be more composed, and a lot of these attacks from Baltimore are coming from them just keeping possession, but it's gifted away. We're being impatient to go 1v1 or just not finding the pass soon enough. If we can mellow out, keep the ball at our feet a little bit in the offensive half, it'll be a different game for us.
John, your thoughts?
I want to give the Lancers a lot of credit. That first half of that first period, we put Baltimore on their heels. It looked like we were going to take control of the game, and it was going to be, played from their half. Unfortunately, you give up 1 goal. That's the momentum turn right there. Rochester needs to come back and re-channel that energy they had in that first half of that first period there and continue forward.
That first quarter whistle comes at a perfect time for the Lancers to regroup. And while we have a break, don't forget the MASL podcast returns for the 2019 and 2020 season. Join us as we talk to players, officials, and coaches from across the league and take you behind the scenes of the MASL. Check out maslsoccer.com and listen to past episodes and subscribe to the official MASL podcast on Apple Podcasts. It is 5-0 after 1 quarter. Rochester at home, looking for their first win. They're 0-3. Baltimore away from home, also 0-3, so could be a night of firsts for both sides. As the Lancer Dancers make their way to the sideline, Lancers are back home again. Next week, January the 4th, the Florida Tropics come to town. Florida 5-0 right now on the season, playing Milwaukee tonight. We'll get you an update on that score as we move into the evening. Baltimore getting ready to kick off this second quarter. Again, in command at 5-0.
Yeah, so now substitutions will come now that they've switched sides on your offensive half to be closer to your bench. So the Lancers have to be particularly disciplined in keeping possession so we can get convenient subs where we're not having to give away possession while we have guys running to the bench.
It'll be a Lancers kickoff. As we get ready to begin second quarter action, it's Baltimore 5, Rochester 0. Lancers will be attacking from left to right. D'Amico will do the honors. It's got Mayanga, Lancao, Gary Boughton, and Jeremy Ortiz on the field. Rafa Godoy on the field with him. Here we go.
I'm not sure if Lancao is wearing man tights for practical function or just pure intimidation.
We saw a lot of purple last night.
Yep, Harrisburg had some purple man tights that really panned out for them. So see how it does for Lancao as the game progresses.
Rafa Godoy is dumped just inside the Baltimore half. Be a free kick for Rafa. 2 goals, 1 assist for Rafael Godoy. So he'll backpedal and let Jeremy Lancao take it. Lancao played outdoors for the Lancers NPSL this past summer. Rolls it along the boards, no one there. Here's Vanzella. Strong arm. The flick from Dantas. Looking for Guernsey. Quickly cleared away by the Lancers defense. Pereira is open. Holds up. The Blast will make some changes. Thomas. Dos Santos. Mello. There's Thomas. Rally. And DA, little flick in front. Good ball. Nice save from Brian Wilkin. Had to make himself big there coming off his line.
Yeah, that's really well done by Wilkin. Baltimore, just a great composed touch to put the ball in a very dangerous spot.
The Blast just keeps cycling through. Lancers coming forward. Oh, a good tackle there from Thomas. Dos Santos to Thomas. Mello. Vanzella. Here we go. It's Mayanga. This one will go back now to Dos Santos. Vanzella. Dos Santos streaking forward on the near side. Tried to throw the needle for the big man, Vinny Dantas. Couldn't get it there. Good 1-2 though. Put in front. Nice kick save from Brian Wilkin. But Baltimore wins it again. The Blast just continuing with pressure. Into the corner. Played across, broken up by the Lancers, but they're pinned in deep in their own half.
See right there, we're kind of forcing it again out of the back. I know you're in the back, but you're not necessarily under pressure. And we're playing the ball forward to one runner while everybody else is changing. It's just inexperience or lack of discipline.
It's Ortiz coming forward now. Hard shot up and into the netting.
Yeah, Ortiz is dangerous from there. I don't mind that look. That one sailed high.
And Zello will get this one into play. 5-0, 12-12 left in the second quarter. Blast start the cycle again. Thomas. Pereira. Peruzzi. Wilkin clears it along the far side board, stays in play. Godoy back to Siliberto. Picked up Peruzzi, he's going to tee one up, kick save. Good job by Wilkin. Godoy can turn. Needs help. It's behind Cunningham. Loose ball shot. What a save from Vanzella.
That is a phenomenal kick save. My goodness. Godoy hit that really soundly, uncontested.
And Vanzella bounces up screaming at his defenders. Little shove from behind. And DA called for the foul against D'Amico.
When you see every time the Lancers make 3 composed passes, it completely changes how they play.
Yellow card.
For dissent, that's a 5-minute penalty, but they do not play down a man. But the offender does have to sit in the box for 5 minutes, so it's a personal penalty. It doesn't affect the number of guys the team has to play with, unlike the blue card.
So NDA will take a little cooler. In the very comfortable penalty box at the Dome Arena.
They try to make it welcoming. It's nice.
So 5v5, but a yellow card, 5-minute penalty to NDA. Rieger just gets a piece of it to disrupt that attack. Cunningham looking for D'Amico. Big battle along the near side boards. D'Amico coming in hard. Dantas plays it back to Vanzella. This one will not go 3 lines. Picked up by Rieger, but almost intercepted by the Blast.
The Lancers rarely, if at all, utilizing their keeper's feet to keep possession. They keep forcing the ball up the boards, and Baltimore's just there to receive it and counter. Got to find your keeper's feet. It gives you the man advantage, opens up the field for you, and then you get to move up the field with a little more composure.
And here's Van Zella playing it off his left foot to the near side. Diesel. Donatelli. Dos Santos. Tony Donatelli. Good battle there with Galvis, who has not seen too much time here, but gets a touch on that one. Now it's Dos Santos. Looking at the Baltimore bench, I do not see Hoxie, or is he sitting down behind the players standing up?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I believe he's left the bench, presumably to get treatment on his neck.
Hopefully nothing too serious for the Big Smooth. Mustache and all. Dos Santos, good move, pushes it into the corner.
Yeah, Hoxie, proud father as of about a year ago.
Dos Santos called for taking down Dan Rieger. Short. Demidiv.
Keeper's feet. There it is. That's all it takes. Gain a little composure, a little extra time. But just sloppy coming out of the back. It's not going to be enough. Baltimore is just a little too organized for that. They're going to step in and get that almost every time.
Percentage-wise, possession 95% in favor of the Blast. Good save from Wilkin as Raleigh cut it back to his right. Baltimore coming again. Mayanga steps in to help out. Demidiv knocks it out of play. Here's Boughton. Mayanga under pressure. Looking to spin away and find any sort of opening. Finds it in Rosano. Still Rosano. Cunningham looking to unleash a rocket here. Off the glass in front, loose ball. Guess who's there?
That attack came because of the back. We connected 3 to 4 passes. We kept our composure. Rochester really looking good moving forward, and it creates a shooting opportunity. You're going to have to continue that.
Peruzzi back to Van Zella. Mello quickly forward. Galvis. Good move, Peruzzi. Dos Santos shot, great block from Rosano. Saved a goal, no doubt. And Vinny Dantas, or is it Peruzzi, goes down. Peruzzi was down, and they're going to call him for the foul as he took a knock to the face. Ortiz will restart it for the Lancers. 7:35 left. Second quarter. 5-0 Blast. Wilkin coming out, showing, pushing it forward. Long ball, no one there. Intercepted though by Harling. The Lancers be onto something here. Ortiz. Godoy. Little toe poke, blocked. Restart now. Ortiz off the boards to himself. Nicely done. Into the corner. Wolanski. All right, good possession there. Lancers working up something here with Harling. Wolanski. Godoy, can he turn? Yes. Nope, poked away by Peruzzi. Wolanski coming in to help out, looking for Rafa. He'll pick up the loose ball.
This might have been the best possession we've seen from the Lancers in the attacking half.
Without a doubt.
And they look like they're on the level, but they just look outclassed when they force it.
And Zella quick to scoop that one up. 6:22 left. And Zella to Dos Santos. Not afraid to come off his line, even over the yellow line. He'll drive one forward. Into the corner. Rieger, Harling, Mayanga. No goal on the end of that one. Teams will cycle through some changes. The Blast will come forward. Dantas. Donatelli, another save from Wilkin. Coming up big here in this second quarter. Boughton, 2-on-1 if they hurry. He's got D'Amico in the middle. Can't get it to him. Lancers are going to start again. Mayanga. He'll have a toe poke in front, blocked. Rieger. Gary Boughton. Ortiz. Cunningham. Just over 5 left here in the second quarter. Rosano. Good move. Couldn't pull the trigger. Poked away by Donatelli. Cunningham, dangerous if he's given space. He's got a rocket. There's Cunningham. Tough battle with Diesel. Diesel, I tell you, built like a linebacker. Perfect name.
Yeah, certainly fitting. As a fireman, though, I don't know about how flammable is Diesel. As I understand, it's not as flammable as the movies make it seem in Die Hard.
Good point, my friend. And we're going to call Frankie Siliberto for the foul. Siliberto, a very familiar name to soccer fans here in Rochester. His father, Frank, was an original member of the Rochester Flash of the ASL back in 1984. But it's Baltimore with just over 4 minutes left to continue to possess and keep the Lancers under pressure. Rally. Mello. Baltimore's got the 5-goal lead. They can be patient, pick and choose their spots. Dos Santos thought about going forward, decided to go to Thomas instead. Thomas has a goal.
Baltimore utilizing the space really well. They're moving off the ball, just create space for themselves. It's very tough to defend against that rotation.
Rotation.
Unless somebody takes a bad touch, you're at the mercy of when they choose to attack.
Baltimore right now looking at a well-oiled machine. Those rotations are very difficult to defend.
Yeah, they haven't been dangerous yet, but the fatigue buildup of having to defend against this movement, Baltimore has a luxury of getting subs. You can make that pass, get to the bench, and get an easy sub.
Well, they've had the ball for about 2 minutes now. Middle of the field. Not looking to penetrate just yet. Trying to draw Rochester out. And finally, Harling has seen enough as he's called for a foul. With 2:45 left.
Not sure if it was an intentional foul, but a welcomed reprieve for the Lancers to reset.
Pereira to Dos Santos. Another foul called. This time it is going to be a Baltimore restart just inside the arc to the right of Brian Wilkin.
Excessive affection, I think was the call. Too much hugging from behind.
Mello steps over. Peruzzi, Dos Santos, Mello. Couldn't get a piece of that one, but Donatelli drills one up and over the netting.
A relatively simple play, but so well executed. Very dangerous ball. Lancers dodge a bullet for sure.
And we'll have our media timeout now. Baltimore 5, Rochester 0. This is the Lancers Broadcast Network. Well, no goals so far in this quarter for either side. I guess that's a good sign for the Lancers after giving up 5 in quarter number 1. And possession, a little better that time, too, for Rochester. And it just, Van Zeller really not pressured much besides the one shot from Rafael Godoy.
Yeah, our shots haven't been on the target, and to be honest, they haven't been plentiful as it is. We really, when we get opportunities, we have to put it on frame to have any chance of getting back into this game.
This timeout coming late in this quarter, 2:23 left. Doug Miller still very animated coaching the team. Danny Kelly the same on the Baltimore side.
We have the kiss cam in effect. An older couple enjoyed a moment, and then the camera stayed on them. I don't know what more they wanted after their kiss.
Leave us alone. Dome Arena is the venue tonight. The Lancers and the Blast 5-0 Baltimore leads with 2:23 left. In quarter number 2, restart will be a Baltimore free kick just inside the arc. Or check that, it'll be a corner kick on the far side. As both teams take their spots on the field late in the second quarter. These restarts, we've seen it so many times in this wild indoor game. Just crucial. See what Baltimore comes up with. They'll play to the top of the arc. And Donatelli's shot is blocked over the boards, and restart coming up for the Blast. Well, Baltimore's got a big one tomorrow at Utica. Utica currently second place at 4-1 in the East.
Yeah, they established a great rivalry last year, Utica and Baltimore. Baltimore coming up in the end late in the season.
And no mistake there from Mr. Dantas on the restart. He will blast home his 12th goal of the year, second of the game. That comes at 12:42. No assist on that one. 6-0 Baltimore. Restarts are so crucial. Lancers had 3 in the wall. And Wilkin just,
You see they
at the mercy of the
turning
shooter.
their back on the wall there. They killed their angle and made it too easy.
6-0 the score. Lancers trailing Baltimore, who's decided to turn their season around here tonight in Rochester. Siliberto puts it in front, no one there. Donatelli. Good step from Mayanga. Quickly taken by Vanzella. Guernsey plays it forward. NDA. Nice toe poke from Rieger. Siliberto. Rosano to his right. Siliberto shot! Off the boards. No trouble for the keeper. Diesel shove on Rosano. And he's lucky not to get a penalty there as the crossbody block. Diesel saying he didn't like the jersey tug. Restart for Rochester. Rosano, no stranger to fouls, comes in leading the league in fouls committed at 15, but he's also been on the other end maybe just as many times. There's a look at it, little jersey tug, and Diesel says, "Get out of here." Dantas brings it down nicely. His toe poke is blocked by Wolanski. Just over a minute to play, 6-0 Baltimore. Stick around, halftime festivities coming up. Are we going to see anything from the Rio Ball at halftime?
Absolutely, Joe. If you're too impatient for that, you can go to rioball.com, RIOBOL.
The
Rio
latest,
Ball.
the newest, the hottest in soccer training.
Fastest growing training ball in the United States. It's out of Brazil. Rioball.com. Get yours today.
There's Mayanga. Final 37 seconds. Kick back to Vanzella. Godoy almost coming in at the perfect time for a steal. With Mello in the blast, dodge it. Bullet there, they come forward. Thomas. Still Thomas. Rally to Dos Santos, 10 seconds left. See if the Blast push one more here. Looks like they're going to. NDA. 2 seconds. Dos Santos. And that will bring our first half to a close. Baltimore 6, Rochester nothing on the Lancers Broadcast Network. After 2 quarters of play, Rochester trailing, and we will go down to field level and speak with Soccer Sam. We'll also check out a special presentation from the Mohican Warrior, and we'll take a good look at the hottest, latest, newest trend in soccer training, the Rio Ball. Warriors gonna head down there and get ready for the halftime show. And we will throw it down to the one and the only Soccer Sam in just a moment as they get ready for the halftime festivities. Here we go, Soccer Sam, take it away.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is my pleasure to give it to friend in mind, Soccer Sam.
Thank you, Rocky. Soccer fans around the world and in Baltimore, I'm with assistant coach David Vascone. David, a great first half for you guys. Your thoughts of the first half of the Baltimore Blast coming here to Rochester, New York, sir?
I'll tell you what, this is a really tough field to play on. And, especially when you got a lot of young players who are going to run around, they're going to make us work. And the one thing we knew we had to do is come here to work. This is a crazy game. If you saw in the second quarter, it was only 1-0. So we know that if we have to stay mentally focused.
You're doing great, sir. Baltimore Blast legend right here, Dave Vascone. Thank you so much. Have a great game. Doug Miller, head coach of the Lancers. Dougie, baby, tough first half. You're playing against 10-time champion Baltimore Blast. Ed Hale has owned this team since the 80s. They've won 10 championships. Big test for the boys, but overall, I think they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, the first 7.5 minutes, we conceded 1 goal, and then we had, that spurt of 7 minutes where we conceded 5, and then we went 12.5 minutes and only conceded 1 goal. We created a couple opportunities, and again, these guys are 10-time champions. We're learning the game, and we have that 3-year plan that we're going to put in place, and as we get, more games under our belt, we'll make sure, we continue to get better.
Thank you so much, Doug Miller, head coach. Anthony Rosano, captain. Buddy, last night, 2 amazing assists. You're playing great tonight. This is a big test here. This is probably one of the best soccer teams ever assembled in the history of the game, and you guys are playing against them tonight.
Yeah, they've got a lot of experience, a lot of boys who've played in the league for a while. It's good to get our experience with them, and what it comes down to is details and your work ethic. So I think we're going to start to get there, and last quarter we showed it, so we got to build off it.
Well, thank you so much, Anthony. See you in the second half. Beautiful stuff. We're going to go back up top to the guys, Joe, Elliott, doing their thing on live TV in Baltimore, doing their thing. But first, here in the arena, we're going to bring out my favorite dancers, the Lanza Dancers. Let's hear it for the world famous Lancer Dancers. Been with us since 2011.
Great job by the Lancer Dancers in soccer. Sam, Lancers trailing Baltimore 6-0 at the half. Joe Giuliano along with John Savaglia. Well, John, Baltimore, we were wondering what they were going to come out looking like, and they came out on fire tonight.
They did, and you're seeing why they're 10-time MASL champions here. It's really giving Rochester a run for the money, and I think it's good for Rochester as well, playing against a top-level MASL team.
And Elliot and I were talking that constant rotation by the Blast has given Rochester fits defending them.
Yes, and you guys brought it up great at the end of the second period there. Fatigue factor setting in. Baltimore is able to control the ball, and once again, they show why they're one of the best teams in MASL.
Here's a look at some of the highlights from that first half, and the Blast, 5 goals in the first quarter. Hoxie, Ndie, Pereira, Thomas, and Vinny Dantas with the goals in the first quarter. And there's the look at the goal by Ndie at 8:19 to give Baltimore the 2-0 lead. Then Diesel setting up Ndie there, and he just gets a little nudge, part of the keeper as well. But, you sacrifice and make those big things happen. So many great looks at the goal, and for Wilkins, he's just got to come out and make himself big there and do what he can. Then we go to 10:35. It's going to be Pereira from Dos Santos, and that one is just put in maybe off the defender. Pereira giving credit for that last goal as the eyed ball toss taking down at midfield. 10:53, Thomas scored for Baltimore, his 3rd of the year. 11:59, Dantas got his 11th of the season. So it was 5-0 after one. We moved to the second quarter. Not a lot of action. At 12:42, Dantas got his 12th of the year on a free kick. Now you're a keeper setting up at the top of that arc. You know a guy who's going to come in and just blast one. What's your strategy there?
Strategy is try and take away that shooter's strong foot. Set up your wall, take away that shot, get in position to save a shot that if it comes away from the wall or if it's passed, try and make yourself as big as possible. It's a tough spot to be in, definitely, and I can feel for Brian down there and any other keeper in this league. But that's the game plan, is just try and take away that strong foot shot.
And, give up 6 goals. We're watching some highlights here of Brian Wilkin. He's also come up pretty big on several occasions.
Absolutely. He's kept Rochester in this game here. And, I trained with them, trained with Christian as well. Both those guys are great goalkeepers in this league and are going to do great things. I would love to be down there part of the battle with them, but they show their skills in these games.
And there's a look at the second quarter goal from Dantas. An absolute rocket. 3 in the wall. Ortiz will come and join the group as well. And Wilkin, not much help there from the boys in front.
No, unfortunately it was screened as well, and that's a tough situation.
Tough spot to be in. So that makes the score 6-0. Historically, Baltimore has really controlled the regular season against Rochester. 18-0 in the regular season against the Rochester Lancers. Doug Miller in the locker room, what are you telling the boys?
Try and string together a couple quarters here. You guys were saying it before the broadcast that we haven't really been able to string quarters back to back. First quarter, first half was pretty well done by the Lancers. Second half of that got away. Second quarter, complete 180, and I think Rochester needs to continue to grow on that momentum.
We'll see what they come up with in the second half. Back down to the field, a special presentation. Elliot Fauski and the Rio Ball.
The Rio Ball out of Brazil. You can fix your eyes on the screen up here. Where? Right there? Yes.
Hey y'all, let me show you the absolute best training tool that I've ever experienced. It's called Rio Ball. I discovered Rio Ball while training with a professional team in Brazil. I had a ton of fun and my touch had never been so sharp. This spring, be the first to find your Rio Ball advantage. Sign up at rioball.com today and receive 20% off your first order. Didn't want to
Didn't want to produce them, so my best friend and I, business partner, we produced them, we brought them here. If anybody wants one, $20 at the merch table.
Crazy flash sale. They're normally $34.95. Get it for $20.
So now, how's the Rio ball different than a normal soccer ball?
It's smaller. It's a little bit squirrely because it's rubber. It's harder to control, but it's the weight of a regular soccer ball, so it forces your technique.
I like that, and I saw you with Michael Cunningham earlier doing a video.
Yeah, man, got to take it worldwide.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's come over here. We have a new game here. If you weren't here last night, it's called Real Bowling for Dollars, right? Real Bowling for Dollars. And instead of using a bowling ball, we use a Rio ball. And all you got to do is kick the ball. You get 2 shots like you do in bowling, and you're our first contestant. You nervous? What's your name?
Jason.
Jason? I like your hair. If my hair ever grows back, I'm going to wear it like that. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All you got to do is you hit the ball there. Elliot, if you get a strike, first shot out with a strike, you get $100 from Elliot, Rio ball, and then you get 2 chances to get it. Let's do it. First shot, little wide. Go for the spare now. You got it. You can do it. Oh, my God. Oh, almost $100. Good job there. Thank you so much for being here. He's got the Capino's jersey on, Jamie Capino's jersey. I like that. Wait a minute. I saw you earlier. Isn't it tonight your birthday?
Yeah, it's my birthday.
And your name is?
Quentin.
Quentin, how old are you?
I'm turning 11.
Turning 11? Yeah. What grade are you in?
5th grade.
5th grade? The best 3 years of my life, 5th grade. I love that. Quentin, all right, so here's the deal. All you got to do, this is real bowling. We just invented this last night. Real bowling. So basically, because Elliot invented these balls and I invented this game, it's going to be worldwide soon. All you got to do is kick the ball, hit the pins, and if you get all the pins down, you get a gift card from Palmer's, a $100 gift card. First shot. Let's see what you got. Oh, you got it. Birthday boy, let's do it, birthday boy. One more. You got one more. Let's see what you got. One more time. Hits it. I think. Oh, nice try. You know what? I say we give both contestants a Rio ball. What do you think, Elliot?
Yeah, let's do it. Quentin, happy birthday, brother. Your Rio ball. Where's our other contestant? Oh, he's gifted.
There he is. Get a Rio ball. I love it. Thank you for being here. Great stuff. And somebody is going to win tonight. It's number 1341 is the ball number, 1341. You get a foosball table, go to merchandise, and Rebecca and Lindsay will take good care of you over there. Go see them over there. 1341 is the number, 1341. Thank you so much. Hi, Callista. Hi, Kayla. Hey, you know, I got to ad-lib for 3 more minutes here. Come here, girls. How old were you when you started with the Junior Lancer Dancers?
I was 9 years old. Yep.
And how old were you?
11.
And you are now?
19.
And?
I'm 17.
So you both have been with this club since day one, since 2011. And your mom is the coach.
She is. She's the best head coach of the team. We love her.
And their dad is the coach, right?
Yes.
I'm just curious, like at home.
All right, Soccer Sam, Elliot Fauski, the Rio ball. Talk about that at halftime. RIOBOL, the latest, the newest in soccer training. Rochester, the Blast have a 6-0 lead over the Lancers, and we got a few moments. Let's talk about Kick This, because outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This. Every week on Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time on iHeartRadio. Looking at some stats across the MASL.
Hey y'all, let me show you the absolute best training tool that I've ever experienced. It's called Rio Ball. I discovered Rio Ball while training with a professional team in Brazil. I had a ton of fun and my touch had never been so sharp. This spring, be the first to find your Rio Ball advantage. Sign up at rioball.com today and receive 20% off your first order.
Talk about powerful shots. He has got a cannon of a left foot.
It's one where you're afraid to get in front of it. I'll be honest with you. I haven't been able to face him yet, unfortunately. When we played him here our first game, I got injured, but just from sitting up here and sitting on the bench and seeing his strike,
he is tied for the lead in goals with 12 in the MASL. Moving over to helpers, assists. Max Ferdinand, always a generous player. He has got 8 assists on the season along with 4 goals. He is one better than Adrian Gutierrez from Turlock and Nick Pereira from Tacoma. In the nets, goals against average, Diego Reynoso from Monterrey, 2.40 goals against average in 5 games played. He's only given up 6 goals, followed by Rafael Diaz of Milwaukee. He has given up 10 goals in 4 games played, a 2.51 goals against average. And Will the Wall, Benahene, third best keeper in goals against average at 3.20. 8 goals against for Will in 3 games played. MASL Player of the Week, Frank Tayu from the Ontario Fury. What a weekend he had. First game on Friday, 5 goals. The next game, 5 more goals. In 4 games played, he has 12 goals scored. Other players who have joined the team of the week, Ian Bennett of the Milwaukee Wave, Max Ferdinand also of Milwaukee, Pee-wee Ortega of the San Diego Sockers, along with Luis Mota from Orlando, and goalkeeper Juan Gamboa of the Dallas Sidekicks, played in his 100th professional arena soccer game, stopping 15 of 17 shots last Sunday, helping Dallas earn their first win of the season. Lot of games tonight in the MASL. Florida hosting Milwaukee. Utica playing host to Harrisburg. Of course, right here in Rochester, the Blaster in town. Kansas City hosting the Tacoma Stars. Dallas and Monterey, and Ontario is hosting Sonora. Tomorrow, Baltimore Blast, they'll be in Utica. That'll be a 2 p.m. kickoff. And out west, San Diego hosting Sonora to wrap up this weekend in between Christmas and New Year's Eve. This is perfect because you know what? You're busy Christmas Eve, and then you are still good to go for New Year's Eve. Like a little soccer in between. All right, both teams back onto the field. Baltimore huddling at the bench. The Lancers on the field ready to go. And a couple Lancer players, maybe half the team. It was a quick visit in the locker room. They were out ready to go with about 6 minutes left on the clock. Not sure what that means, but we'll see if Doug said just get out there and do your thing. They trail 6-0 as we're ready to start quarter number 3. You're watching Lancers Soccer on MASL TV. Catch every game each week on the Lancers official streaming home, MASL.tv. Rochester's got Ortiz out there, Rieger, D'Amico, Gary Boughton, and the Red Mamba, Anthony Rosano. Kickoff will be for the Baltimore Blast. Mello, Donatelli, Dos Santos, Thomas, and Vinny Dantas. Vanzella still in the nets for Baltimore. And Wilkin still patrolling the goal for Rochester. Lancers attacking from right to left. Quick start, Dantas right down the middle, shot up and into the netting. Well, Baltimore didn't waste any time there, did they? Wilkin. He'll go long, heaves one way downfield. Headed away by Dos Santos. Picked up by Ortiz. There's D'Amico for J.O. Oh, some cheeky little footwork from Jeremy. Gets it back to the captain, Gary Boughton. Rieger. He's got some help in the keeper if he wants it. Wilkin. There's Dantas. Cuts it to his right. Still Dantas spinning, looking, and plays it back to Donatelli. Vinny Dantas, very dangerous. His 6th season with Baltimore after 23 goals last year. There's Diesel. Gonna sneak it forward to NDA. Ortiz gets there first. Rieger Pressured, NDA shot. Wilkin a save. Another chance, shot and a goal. NDA setting the table there for Pereira. This one a minute 14 in.
Very unselfish assist. He had a great look at the goal himself and chose the soul roll backwards, simple back heel to his teammate.
Oh, Wilkin made a great save initially.
(7-0) Baltimore's favor.
NDA with the assist to go along with a goal. And for NDA, his second assist of the year. 7-0 Baltimore. Minute 14 in. Demidiv. Just nowhere to go. Double team. Baltimore tries to come away with it. They almost do. Wilkin. This one will get into the box. Driven throw downfield. It's off the head of Pereira. Headed back to Vanzella. Off the official into the corner.
Very impressive, Vanzella. His distribution is phenomenal. You know, he didn't have a teammate there, but he was able to clip it, buy time, find a dead space that forced the Lancers to turn their back to their goal to restart it.
D'Amico. A little too much on the shove in the back of Dos Santos. Easy call for the official who's right there.
So apparently the rules frown upon being really strong, Joe.
There's Vanzella. Way up to the yellow line. He'll trot back as it's sent forward now to Thomas. Dos Santos there in front. Lancers just have nowhere to go. Unbelievable pressure.
Yeah, Baltimore doing really well, double and triple team. Lancers are going to have to play the ball very quickly to get out of that pressure.
Godoy threads the needle.
What a ball from Rafa.
Siliberto off the boards. No go. Mello breaks it up.
Seeing Rafa out there is reminiscent of Pedrinho. He used to play for the Lancers, you know, body type, pace, you know, quick guy, skilled.
Yes, that is that.
Both Brazilian for whatever that's worth.
Pedrinho, Enrique, another one.
Yeah, Enrique played as recently as last year. He's in Costa Rica now. He got a contract to play futsal down there.
Good for him. Enrique.
Not to be redundant again another time also.
That's Soccer Sam's material.
Yeah.
I'm just
it's a heck of a nickname.
Borrowing from the king.
Just triple up on it.
Soccer Sam, a passion and energy for the game like I've never seen before, whether it's indoors or outdoors. Tremendous ambassador for the MASL. One in a million, that guy. Rosano's shot is wide. Rieger trying to keep it going here. Double teamed. Still Rieger. Top of the arc, Harling. Ortiz. Rosano. There's Ortiz to Rieger. Dan Rieger from Roberts Wesleyan College here in Rochester. Loose ball, Vanzella bumps into Ortiz. Miko's shot is blocked by Diesel. Shoe comes off, he'll hop off the field.
Diesel taking the easy way out. You lose a shoe, what, and you got a sub? Come on, man. There's nothing saying you can't hop around on one leg and make it happen.
I'm sure you've done that before.
An outdoor I have, actually.
Good move by NDA. Good pass, shot and a goal. NDA to Guernsey. And Baltimore now makes it 8-0 for Guernsey, his second of the year. And NDA, another assist, his third assist of the season. Diaz got 2 assists. Look at that nice pass, wide open. And Guernsey in his 2nd season with the Blast, 6th season overall in the MASL. He'll make no mistake there.
Yeah, they make it look easy. Baltimore's a very clinical team, just picking defenses apart.
There's Godoy. Lancers with a whole bunch of work to do here. 8-0, they trail. Well, this is a good start for the Blast on their weekend here in New York State as they'll go to Utica tomorrow. Bicycle kick from Godoy, puts it back across to the far side.
Crowd loved that.
Layanga to Wilkin. Godoy tried that quick pass forward to Siliberto. Couldn't get a piece of it. Diesel. Pereira. Thomas. Check that Mello. Peruzzi. Daniel Peruzzi. Dos Santos to Raleigh. There's Peruzzi. Experience in Brazil and also in Italy with several clubs. Gets it to Dos Santos. Whistles one. Up and into the netting. Wilkin restart. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and also MASL Arena on Twitter. Lancers looking to make something happen here. Trailing 8-0 right now. D'Amico, nice job, brings it down. Overhead kick, and no trouble there for Van Zella. Lancers feeling a little flashy.
Yeah, 2 bicycle kicks in 2 minutes. Kept it on frame. It just wasn't a threat. Lacked the power. He's pretty far out.
Great save. Nice round of applause for Brian Wilkin. Poking that off the foot of NDA. Lozano trying to turn. No go. Van Zella there, but almost broken up by Cunningham, who battles in to Cunningham. And Dos Santos battle. Getting physical here.
So you see Michael Cunningham on YouTube and Instagram. He has 500,000 followers for his soccer training. Very dedicated, very gifted player. But you see there, he's also got that blue-collar work ethic coming across the pond from a little state called Britain.
That's a little state, all right. Speak of the devil, the man we were just saying such good things about has joined us. The legend, Soccer Sam. Sammy, welcome.
Thanks for having me, guys. I tell you, this Baltimore Blast team is just unbelievable. Ed Hale, the godfather of indoor soccer, Danny Kelly, they've put together probably one of the greatest indoor teams in the history of the game. And these Lancer players, they were going to beat them tonight. I knew it. I had it in my heart that they could beat them. They were going to beat them like 6-7-0. All of a sudden, Ed brings out these players. I don't even know where they came from. I don't know if they got green cards, yellow cards. I don't know what
Check
country
their birth
from.
certificates. Are they old enough to be out there? Come on.
He figures out a way to turn it around year after year. And I think they're trying to shut us out. I can't believe it.
That's why he's the godfather.
He is the godfather.
Sam, Baltimore, tough team, a lot of experience. You're good on this roster. 6 years, 8 years, 10 years of MASL experience. Tough to compete when this is a building process for the Lancers.
It's a building process, and one thing you can't, shake is the nerves. I can just see these guys are playing nervous. They're playing against the legends of the game. Van Zella in goal. I mean, probably one of the best goalkeepers in the last decade. I mean, this is our last game of this decade. But I mean, Van Zella is one of the guys. I just give them credit, but our guys are going to get better. It's a 3-year plan. Doug Miller and I have a 3-year plan, and a lot of these guys have talent. They just, like a fan said to me last night, the difference between us and like Harrisburg and Baltimore is that we make a mental mistake and the other team capitalizes.
Good point.
They make a mental mistake and we miss. eventually we're going to start capitalizing, and that's the difference, guys. But thank you for what you're doing. I know this is being broadcast right now in Baltimore, all over the world, and including in Baltimore, one of my favorite cities. And Ed Hale, I hope to see you soon, my friend. And someday the Rochester Lancers will beat the Baltimore Blast.
All right, sounds good. You heard it from the one and only, the ambassador of soccer, the legend, Soccer Sam. All right, 8-0, still the score here, Sam. Actually, a couple people did ask if Ed Hale made the trip. A couple of Lancer fans that said, unfortunately, have not seen him. But maybe on the next visit from Baltimore, we'll have Mr. Hale in attendance. And Ortiz just cleared a shot off the goal line.
Yeah, I believe Ed Hale is a little intimidated by my presence ever since he hired members of the Baltimore community and the CIA to attack me with shampoo and conditioner in a dark Baltimore alley, trying to take away the power of the Mohawk. He wouldn't step foot in this building if he knew it was right for him, Just wouldn't be safe.
And there's another example of Soccer Sam with a classic nickname for someone. The Triple Enrique, the Godfather. What's next? Did he come up with Mohican Warrior?
Well, he coined, I was on Brother Wee's radio show, and he was kind of making fun of my ponytail, and he's like, well, you wearing a ponytail when you play? And so I tried to masculine it up a bit and said, I like to think of it as a Mohican Warrior looks. They used to shave part of their head to go into battle,
I love it.
And so he started introducing me as the Mohican Warrior, and then once I did the Mohawk, it was over.
Boy, that stuck. Did it ever? When your parents are calling you Warrior, I think that's a sign that it's going to stick. There's a chance for Siliberto.
Handball. He's holding his hands.
Come on, ref.
How do you miss that? Donatelli suffered a hand injury blocking a goal.
All right, this is our media timeout. It's Baltimore in the lead on the Lancers Broadcast Network. He's like this.
That's where you got immediately.
Four minutes, 4 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The Blast with an 8-0 lead, 2 goals in the third quarter. Pereira and Guernsey for Baltimore. This will start with a William Vanzella throw-in. And Fauski, we're getting all sorts of texts and messages about this whole diesel situation.
People chiming in, so we discussed the flammability of diesel and how in the movies they don't do it right. Somebody texted you, Joe, and said it's the flash point, it's not the flammability. So that in the Navy on vessels, they actually throw their cigarettes to extinguish them in diesel.
Interesting. Never, ever thought we would learn that tonight during a soccer broadcast.
So I encourage you fans to test that theory and throw cigarettes at diesel while he's on the field.
I disagree with that.
It's a military test. This is nothing personal or untoward.
I disagree respectfully. But thank you for the comments. Anything else you want to shoot at us, feel free.
Somebody took offense last night for my commentary on Hoxie. I thought I was being nice. If you've ever spent time with him, considering his personality, you know I was being nice.
Again, what did I say? Terms of endearment? And if anything, Mr. Hoxie replied and said, highly doubtful.
Terms of endearment, rules of engagement.
Rules of engagement, that's even better. 3:08 left in the quarter.
Now, thoughts and prayers with Hoxie. I still don't see him. His neck apparently being rested or worked on.
Wish him a speedy recovery. Also last night, a pretty nasty injury for Austin Gerber. Being told that he broke his talus, bone at the top of the ankle. So hopefully no surgery, maybe just some therapy and some time to heal. Austin Gerber, we wish you nothing but the best and a speedy recovery.
Yeah, they tell us 3 to 4 months he'll be out.
Okay, you're in a mood tonight. Come out of that cave in Arizona and look what happens.
It's fairly isolated.
Then you come out to an arena full of 3,000 people. Nice kick save from Wilkin off Dantas.
Mohican Warrior not noted for his sociability.
Oh, I'm sure there's something in there. Dantas tried to get it back off the boards himself. Couldn't do it. Cunningham. Wolanski still battling Wolanski. Back to Van Zella. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Ortiz, a good little steal, and Diesel comes in with a hard challenge along the boards.
To extinguish the Lancer attack.
Almost took the building down with that tackle. Given away by Ortiz. Mello back for Mendier. Dribbles around the keeper, off the post, still loose. Picked up by Harling. Nice pass. And no glass there to use for Ortiz. That would have been a great ball.
Yeah, some arenas have the high glass all the way down the benches. The Lancers glass is low for the fans' viewing pleasure, but on occasion it stings you when the ball doesn't remain in play.
It results in a blast restart with Mello.
You also get the occasional beer in the lap, which is entertaining for everybody when the ball sails high over the boards.
We had a game one night in, where was it, Wichita or Detroit? You and I were together on the broadcast. Field level behind the goal, remember?
Was that Wichita?
It was either Wichita or Detroit. They had our phone lines connected through a kitchen, and we were on the bend by the glass.
So I know we did that in Detroit.
Detroit, that was Detroit. Okay, yes.
And that was when the brawls happened, multiple, and their coach-owner player, Dominic Scablona, got a red card.
That's right in front of us.
Yeah.
Right in front of us.
Front row seats like you wouldn't believe.
That's when the magic with the Scablonas all started between the Lancers and Detroit.
Yeah, the Splunas have a real chemistry there.
Foul called. It's Rosano.
Rosano protecting his lead of most fouls in the league.
The referee's pointing over to the box. I didn't see a card yet, but...
Oh, he gave it. Yeah,
he did. So Rosano, he'll get a 2-minute penalty, and Dos Santos will get a 5-minute yellow card. Is it yellow for both, or is it blue for Anthony?
Blue for Rosano.
Okay.
5-minute yellow card penalty for Dos Santos, meaning that Baltimore will get a power play, a man advantage, because the blue card means the Lancers are down a player. The yellow card simply means Dos Santos is personally liable for his behavior. He's going to get 5 minutes to think about his actions.
So Baltimore on the power play this season, 56%. Lancers penalty kill is at 60%. Man advantage for the Blast.
The Rosano recidivism rate is high. There's nothing worse than getting thrown in the penalty box when you're so heated. You're just mad, you're riled up, so you got your blue card. Then you're mad you got card on top of already being mad. And then they say, sit down, son. They don't even let you stand up and watch the game.
And now Rosano is standing up, yelling at Dos Santos in the box. I don't know if you caught that in the background. He's being told to sit down and stay away from Dos Santos. They're still jawing at one another. Shot put in front. Peruzzi shot off the boards.
2 shots off the post. Lancers breathing a sigh of relief momentarily.
Final 5 seconds. And we apologize for the issues with the clock, but after 3 quarters of play, it is Baltimore in control by a score of 8-0 on the Lancers Broadcast Network.
We are through 3 quarters with the score. Baltimore 8 and Lancers no score. At this time, we would like to invite Sean Hart. Sean Hart, you are our Ball Toss winner. Please stop over to the merchandise tent to claim your prize. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention back to the field as we welcome back your Lancer Dancers. Brought to you by Glacier Ridge Sports Park and Glow Sunless Tanning, your Lancer Dancers. Celebrate your birthday with your Lancers. Visit ourlancers.com for more info. As we say happy birthday to everyone celebrating a birthday this week. Lancer Mania is running wild next weekend, January 3rd and 4th, as your Lancers are back in action right here in the Dome.
Fourth quarter about to begin. We're at the Dome Arena in Rochester. Joe Giuliano, Elliot Fauski, and John Zavaglia. Lancers having a tough one here tonight. They trail 8-0. They'll try to walk out of this fourth quarter with something before they prepare for their next week's homestand with Florida and Utica coming to town. Gary Boughton will do the honors. Lancers attacking from left to right. Boughton, Wolanski, Rieger, and Ortiz. Rosano still in the box. Lancers playing shorthanded.
The only silver lining about that penalty is that it did come broken up by a quarter, so the defense gets to rest, and we get the kickoff. So hopefully we can kill a little bit of time prior to killing the penalty.
That's a good point, Mr. Fauski.
And Gary Boughton and Jeremy Ortiz, 2 guys on the field right now, have a lot of shorthanded goals between them in the past.
That's right.
They're 2 of the best I've seen at counterattacking when you're a man down. Sometimes you catch the team at the advantage a little off guard because they have the extra player, so on defense they feel like everybody should naturally be marked in it. Sometimes you can slip in those gaps.
Let's see if there's a slippage here. There's Donatelli. His hand is healed after blocking that one shot. Gets it to Mello.
Glad to hear it.
Donatelli still on the power play. Good pass across, Dantas. Minute 19 left and a man advantage for the Blast. Donatelli tees it up, goes outside, driven across and punched away by Brian Wilkin. Hats off to Wilkin. He has been under intense pressure tonight.
Rosano anticipating his jailbreak here. Less than a minute to go.
Here's Mello. Pereira, Donatelli. Mello's got a space to shoot if he wants. Takes the shot. It's deflected off of Wolanski. Far side corner kick coming up here for Baltimore.
Looks like 36 seconds left on the power play.
And this one's ricocheted into the near side corner. Dantas, Donatelli, Peruzzi. Dantas, shot! Got all that and then some. Vinny Dantas, the 2017 MVP of the championships MASL series, or game, I should say.
You see Pereira there for Baltimore on the power play, working the top of the box, looking to get it to his feet. It really collapses the defense, and then they can kick it back outside for shots. Don't see a lot of that from the Lancers yet in their rookie season, most of these players. But that's next level to get good opportunities. It seems counterintuitive to play into pressure.
Lancers back at full strength. Rosano was on the field. They kill off that penalty successfully. Nda. Donatelli fakes one. Shot. Goal. It's the hold-up from Nda to set up Donatelli, who shows composure, gets around that one defender, and makes it 9-0. Donatelli's 5th of the season.
Donatelli with that captain's band showing it. That run was so slick how he lost the Lancers defender and just found himself open.
1:48 time of the goal. Donatelli's 5th, and DA 4th assist of the season, 3rd of the night. And they're all coming from that post position, back to the goal, setting up players running off of him. This one is way up and into the crowd, just below our broadcast location off the foot of Godoy.
Rafa giving a nod to former Lancer legend, current Lancer legend, former Lancer Ray Boom Boom Martinez when he drilled the ball over the second deck to Boom Boom.
Good to see Ray in the house.
As always, personality and then some.
Nice save from Wilkin. Dantas looking for another one. Wilkin is up to the challenge. If you look at the scoreline, wow, 9 goals against. It doesn't do any justice for Brian Wilkin, who has made at least 20 saves this evening.
Yeah, he's been under pressure, no doubt.
Donatelli.
Rochester, after a tough opening, going down 5-0 after one quarter. In the next 2 quarters, plus has a 4-goal deficit, so definitely improvement. Struggling to find the back of the net still.
Behind the play, it's Ortiz called for the foul as he took down Peruzzi.
Ortiz showing frustration, playing against his former teammates.
12:16 left. It is Baltimore. Good pass across and a goal for Donatelli. Pereira setting the table. Donatelli's got his 2nd of the game, 2nd of the quarter as well. That's his 6th of the season. Pinpoint pass across. It's Baltimore now into double digits. And Pereira's got his 2nd assist of the evening, 8th of the season.
Yeah, confusion on that run, whose responsibility Donatelli was.
Pereira's 8th assist, that puts him level with Max Ferdinand for most assists in the league. $10-0 Baltimore. Peruzzi. Pereira streaking across. That was a handball as the slide. Call for the official there. Sees it on top of the play.
As close as it could have been. His teammate picked him out low on the back post. He was open. Made the sliding attempt.
Nice job by Pereira setting the table for his teammates. 8 helpers on the season. Baltimore's not done yet. They're still coming forward. Mello is dumped. No call made. Thomas back to Vanzella. Quick onto the near side. Rally. Great ball movement from the Blast. Mello. Darling takes it away from NDA. Wilkins going to have to hurry. Pressure coming quick. Good ball, top of the arc. The shot off the glass. Mayanga. Still Baltimore, just constant, continuous pressure. Mello calls off the Dogs, and Baltimore will change. 10-0. We'll see if Baltimore just keeps possession and eats away at the clock, or they just continue coming forward. I think they're going to continue coming forward. Galvis tried the bicycle kick.
Yeah, off the full field pass from his goalkeeper. First time bicycle kick. It's good effort, just didn't quite connect cleanly with it.
Peruzzi to Galvis. Cross the goal mouth, no one there. Diesel, left-footed shot off the boards. Picked up by D'Amico.
Galvis also opting for the man tights. Is it cold on the field?
You're out there before the game.
Didn't feel particularly chilly.
Oh, good ball from Donatelli, the header. Not too far off the mark from Galvis.
And just like that, Galvis looking for a great header.
And Rosano will be the player who loses that call. Curtis Kirby's first shift of the game has the ball now. Shot just poked away and sent wide.
Crowd booing the call on Rosano.
Another shot off the glass. A little chippy here along these boards. It's Kirby and Rosano nose to nose right now. Maybe the ball in between them. Oof. Not too far off the mark there.
Undisputed foul king of the league. Refusing to let anyone overtake him.
Lancers with possession here with Rolansky. Onto the near side. Stepping in to win it. Dantis nudged off the ball. Kirby again called for the foul as he and Rosano continue to go at it. So Kirby brought on, and he's showing a bit of spark. Rosano will have none of it as they still stay in contact, very close contact. Rosano's header up and over the netting. 8:44 left, 10-0 Baltimore. Baltimore coming back to Rochester January 31st and February the 22nd. What a goal!
Man, that is a phenomenal finish. Wilkins had a good angle on it. But
it's Pereira.
Another uncontested opportunity for Baltimore.
And look at NDA again. Another assist for the big man. Fourth assist of the game.
Capitalizing on the counterattack. It looked like Wilkins might have had a little bit of a tip, not enough to push it wide.
It's Pereira's hat trick on the evening. And Diaz's got 4 assists. Pereira coming in with that goal makes it 4 on the season now.
So Lancers without Tim Crawford this weekend. One of 3 Lancers who has experience in the indoor game.
There's a chance. Godoy shoots it wide.
Great save.
Yeah, Harling shot saved. Godoy a little wide.
Pereira having a great night for Baltimore. 3 goals, 2 assists. NDA, 4 assists. And it's Baltimore just in control here at 4-0.
Outclassed here so far.
Or 11-0, sorry.
Outclassed for most of the game. Rochester does not go down without a fight. I really respect that. Play with pride to the very end. 7.5 minutes to go, down 11 goals, and still fighting tooth and nail.
As Soccer Sam mentioned, it's a 3-year plan that Rochester looking to incorporate here. 40 games, that's the magic number I always hear with players coming from outdoors to indoors. At least 40 games, and a chance here! D'Amico sliding in, and it goes up and over the netting. 11-0, 7:14 left in the fourth quarter. This is the Lancers Broadcast Network. Getting ready for the final stretch here. 7:14 left in the fourth quarter. Lancers looking to make something positive happen here in this final 7-minute push. It's been all Baltimore. Blast 11-0 with just under 7 minutes remaining. Peruzzi. Rally. Mello. Dantas. Now Mello and Rosado have a few words in the middle of the field. Rosado tells him to get up. It's Peruzzi with the ball now. Dantas looking for a run in behind him. Doesn't find it yet, leaves it there for Peruzzi. No trouble there as Wilkin able to scoop it up quickly. Long throw downfield, Rosano off the boards, nobody trailing in. Get across to Raleigh. 6 minutes and 5 seconds left. Lancers home again. Next week, the Florida Tropics come to town. 7 p.m. right here at the Dome Arena. And Rosano takes a knock to the head from Mello. He is down holding his head, and a blue card also being issued to Mello. So Lancers will go on the power play and look to get something positive out of this one. Rochester unable to find the net just yet with the man advantage this season. Baltimore only at a 20% clip on the penalty kill. They've killed 1 out of 5. Contact above the shoulder is the call. Here's a look at it. Yeah, there's an elbow coming out. Rosano gets it to the far side. Mayanga's pass is intercepted. Wilkin gets it to Rosano. Boughton. Ortiz. Rosano. Ortiz. Good ball across, and Mayanga couldn't get a poke on it. Loose ball in front, kicked away by Vanzella. Quickly off his line.
So you see Boughton here for the Lancers, number 4. Now he's working the top of the box, and they're finding him. Some of the Lancers haven't been effective at so far, and it's created an opportunity. Forces Baltimore to collapse on him.
Yeah, jersey tug there by Boughton on Donatelli. Be a restart for the Blast. 1:12 left in the Lancers power play. 5:04 left in the game. Donatelli down in the middle of the field.
A little WCW WWE response, in my unbiased opinion, from Donatelli. Saw he didn't have a chance at the ball, so he kissed AstroTurf.
And he wins the call. Look at some of the youngsters in attendance. See if we can get that attendance number for you. It's always usually just under 3,000 at the Dome Arena. Games are sold out. Tickets are sold out. Great venue for indoor soccer. Ortiz off the glass. 45 seconds left. Man advantage. Rosano to Ortiz. Settles things down. Mayanga, that's a high one in the air. Rosano's going to have to struggle to keep it in play, and he does. Back to Ortiz. Mayanga. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. $20 seconds. Will they get a shot off? Rosano. Ortiz. He'll take a shot. And it's into the netting. 13 seconds left. The party corner, DJ KO and his crew. There's Vanzella's ball back into play, flicked off the head. Rosano to Ortiz. Mello, 5 seconds away from joining the party. One more push, Mayanga. Mayanga leaves it there. Ortiz was going to he was ripping one, and Siliberto took it away.
So frustration there from Ortiz.
Oh. He was coming in like a missile. Even strength. Good ball by Ortiz. Lancao wanted to go backwards. Maybe that touch forward was towards goal. Played by Kirby. Donatelli gets it back to Kirby. Wilkin, a heavy touch there. Still able to win it from Mello. 3:04 left. Donatelli. Oh, it's been Baltimore in complete control throughout this one, from the opening kickoff to the final 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, the Lancers were never in it ever since Hoxie poked that first one away. So far, it's the winning goal. Got himself a go-ahead goal and bowed out.
That's it.
Done my work.
His work is done. He is on the bench now with the sweatsuit on at the far left end of the bench there.
I did check in on him. He had a predictably unorthodox response.
Predictably unorthodox.
I asked him.
Which would be?
I asked him if he was okay. He said, "Does a bear poo in the woods?"
The sad thing is, you two gentlemen were roommates at one time. Dantis comes in with the cocoa butt and gets the head of Wilkin. We'll see if anything comes of this. Here's a look at it. I thought it was a collision of heads, but not the case.
Yeah, shoulder
Thankfully.
to shoulder. Wilkins should be fine.
Cunningham into the corner, back out to Godoy. Rafa through the mark, and no one there for the Lancers. Cunningham shot. It's behind Vanzella. Still loose ball picked up by the veteran keeper.
Yeah, high spinning ball, trying to collect it on a left-footed volley. Cunningham just didn't quite get the full piece of it he was looking for.
1:47 left in this one. Lancers will have to regroup and start again and get ready for Florida. January the 4th, right here Or check that, January the 3rd, I'm sorry. January the 3rd, Florida is in town.
And then the 4th, a familiar opponent comes to town.
Guess who? Good save from Wilkin. Big thud there from Mello and Wilkin up to the challenge. Correct. It is January 3rd, the Florida Tropics here. January 4th, John's favorite team, the Harrisburg Heat.
Never gets old seeing them.
Lancers.com, ourlancers.com for ticket information. The helter-skelter there in that near side corner. Just over a minute to play. Lancers off tomorrow. Baltimore down the road in Utica for a 2 p.m. kickoff, so not much time in between to rest up and get ready for what should be a good battle.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Like we mentioned earlier, it's a great rivalry.
Rieger heads to himself. Under a minute to play in this one. All Baltimore, 11-0 for the Blast. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage back in Baltimore and on MASL TV. If you're a Blast fan, there was a lot to like tonight. Dos Santos gets it to Dantas. His thud is off the wall. Wilkins' long throw downfield. Lancers unable to get on the end of that one. 10 seconds. Leonga and Dos Santos have a little word as a little challenge behind the play.
Whistle blown, but the clock wasn't stopped for another 5 seconds or so. Interesting to see if they add time. 11-0 late in the fourth quarter.
They did. Went from 2.9 to 5.2. Good sharp eye there, my friend. By the way, good luck to you and your teams next week on the Pacific Northwest, your coaching excursion.
Back to Seattle, Washington, engaging in the state tournament. My 18-year-old boys and my 10-year-old girls.
I wish you the best. John Savaglia, you ready to go next week?
I've learned a lot. I got big shoes to fill and big hair to fill, so we'll see how it goes next week.
Cannot wait to see the hairstyle next week.
I'll be surprised what I have coming too.
All right, we'll keep it here for a second. Soccer Sam getting ready for our post-game interviews as the Dome Arena crowd files out. The Lancers falling to a very dangerous, very talented Baltimore Blast team. Baltimore 11, Rochester nothing. Lancers now at 0-6. Baltimore 2-5 on the season. Fourth quarter goals for the Blast. Donatelli with 2, Pereira with 1, and that made it 11-0. Your final tonight here in Rochester, New York. Soccer Sam getting ready for the post-game interview. Let's go down to field level. And the legend, Soccer Sam.
Soccer fans, thank you so much for coming out. Tonight, the Baltimore Blast, William Benzella, the third time in the Lancers' history that the Baltimore Blast have shut out the Lancers. And one of the biggest upsets in our first ever game at Blue Cross Arena. You probably were a teenager. We lost 26-9 against the Baltimore Blast. So this is a learning curve for us, but another shout out for you. You played fantastic. Your team's amazing, William Benzella.
Thank you very much. I first want to say you guys have a great fan base. You know, even if you're not winning, you see the stands are full. It's a great thing. I love the support that Rochester give you guys, no matter what, winning or losing, they always here. So I'll give a good shout out to your fans. That being said, your team is new. And this game is a lot about experience. So when you don't know the game, you're going to get punished by not knowing the game. And we still have some veterans that have been playing for 7, 8, 10 years. And that's a huge difference. But I like you said, this is a growing environment. You guys are going to do so much better. You got to just keep grounding, working hard, and not care about the result, but how you've been playing at each game.
I love that. Well, William Benzella, it's an honor to have you here in Rochester, New York. I've watched you for the last 3-4 years with the Baltimore Blast doing your magic, winning championships, the upsets in Mexico, and the trophy celebrations, and you're just a special player.
thank you very much. We're far off to be the team that we used to be. We have a lot to do, so we gotta shut up and work hard like we did tonight. Hopefully we can bring another game like tonight tomorrow and win another game, because we definitely needed to keep our route to the playoffs. But we're keep working. We're humble. We're knowledge. We know that we have to do, so that's what we need. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. William Vanzella, shutout tonight for the Baltimore Blast, the 10-time champion Baltimore Blast. Back up to you guys.
All right, Soccer Sam, you know what? I tell you, William Vanzella, stand-up guy, some great words for the Lancers, really a classy interview. You don't see that very often from the opposition. Great goalkeeper, great words. As he said, we've been talking about it all along. It's a process. It's a new team. Lancers have a lot to learn.
Yeah, a big part of their shutout, right? In goal, the Lancers allowed and conceded goals, but boy, if Vanzella's not in goal, you wonder if we wouldn't put a few of those away. He had some excellent saves.
He was outstanding on the other end. Brian Quinn did a tremendous job tonight for the Lancers. Made a lot of saves. 11-0, not indicative of how well he played.
Yeah, Wilkins, he was doing all he could, right? But we just left too many uncontested shots. A lot of that Baltimore earned. Some of that's our inexperience just falling down on the job.
Well, Lancers have a week to get ready again. January 3rd, the Florida Tropics come to town, and then Harrisburg the following night. And, we talk about taking steps forward. Last night they scored 5 goals against Harrisburg, but tonight a tough one to deal with, a shutout. But 5-6 days, they go at it again.
Yeah, got to bring the A game. Last night was far better performance. Who knows if fatigue comes in. Baltimore fresh. It's our second game, but no excuses. Everybody has to play back-to-back. Baltimore's got to do it again tomorrow.
All right, Warrior, great job. John Savaglia, great job as well. Our entire production crew from Varsity Media, thank you for all your great work. Joel and Soccer Sam, the rest of the crew, thank you so much. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Good luck in your soccer
thank you.
tournaments.
All right, appreciate Joe.
For the Mohican Warrior, I'm Joe Giuliano saying so long from the Dome Arena. This has been Lancers Soccer on the Lancers Broadcast Network.